Okay, kids, so to finish up our pattern and crayon resist lesson, you're going to be making a watercolor resist sculpture using your name as the irregular pattern. Now, a sculpture, unlike a piece of paper, it's not flat, okay? It has three dimensions. It's got length, width, and height. So it has sides and tops and so on. Okay, and this is a nice simple paper sculpture that looks really cool, especially from above and from the sides. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is we are going to make an irregular pattern of our name. We are going to use the white crayon for this first. Okay, and what I want you to do is write your name a whole bunch of times all over the paper with that white crayon. So I am writing Mr. H right now. I'm writing it all over the place. We're talking like 10 or 12 times, okay, kids? And this is with the white crayon. We're pressing nice and hard so we get that resist when we go to use the watercolor paint. We're not worried about overlapping ones that we've already done. That's okay. All right. So I've done it like 10 times now. I know you can't see it, but that's okay. You just know that I did it. So write your name like 10 times all over the paper. You can turn the paper while you're writing. Okay, so you could have it this way and write your name, then turn it this way and write your name. Okay, have fun with it. Once you are done with this, okay, this is where the rest of the colors in this packet come in. Okay, now what you can do is you can take other colors and you can use the first letter of your first or last name, or both, okay? And you can use these fonts in here. That's what types of letters are called, fonts. And you can try and do some of them like this. So if I look at this and I wanted to do my initials at school, it would be MH for Mr. H. So I'm going to look at this and I'm just going to try and draw it. Pressing nice and hard. And we make it a little bit fancy like they do in the picture. And it's not going to look exactly the same. And guess what? That's okay. All right. It also, the nice thing about this project, you don't have to be super neat. So then I'm going to look for the H. And I'm just going to kind of draw the lines. Press it nice and hard. And there we go. There's one. So then you could go with that font only for the whole thing and keep writing with different colors a whole bunch of times. Or you can switch to a new font. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the paper once, just for fun. Okay, and I'm going to pick a different color. You want to use like a yellow-green. It's up to you what you use. That's up to you, okay? And then I'm going to look at my letter on the paper, and I'm going to try and draw the lines that I see. So I was drawing that M right there. And look, that's not bad. I did okay. And then my H is right there. I can see that get these lines at the top. Two lines going down. Two lines across. Two lines up and down. Hey, there we go. And there's another one. You're going to keep doing this like 15 times until your whole paper is filled with different colored versions of your letter or your two letters. It's up to you. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead. You don't have to use these papers. They are for fun. They are a guide. Do not stress. If you want to come up with your own, you can. If you just want to write it like normal, you can do uppercase and lowercase and then make them fat. can keep it simple like that if you want, or you can go through the packet and keep going. Remember, it doesn't have to be 2 letters, but it can be. It can be just 1. So if you just want the first letter of your name, great, go ahead. And you can do different sizes, so you can have some little ones. So maybe I want to do a little one of that M right there, okay? The little guy. That's up to you, okay? You have more variety you have in your irregular pattern, the more interesting this project is going to look, okay? Remember, irregular patterns are things that repeat over and over again. They're just not exactly the same. Still creates a pattern. We're still repeating things, but they all look a little different. That's an irregular pattern. Again, like 15 times, kiddos. Just keep busting out some letters. You want to go fancy and you think you got the skill to do a calligraphy type of letters? Go for it, okay? I'm pretty good at doing letters, so I'm going to try doing this M. Now, kids, if you struggle with drawing really well, that's okay. Don't do the hardest ones. Or you can just try it and be brave. All right, but I do want you to take your time, okay, so that you get a nice project out of this. This is going to be a fun one. Not bad, not bad. Okay, and then I'm going to look for the R on this paper. It's right there. Maybe I want to do the lowercase. Okay, again, like 15 times or more if you want, depending on how fast you get it done. Okay, so let's take care of that. Don't forget that on the back of this, okay, you're going to write your first name here, your last name here. Don't worry about these stripes and numbers right now, okay? That's for later. So fill this whole thing up, starting with white, and then doing some colorful ones. Remember to press hard because we're going to be watercoloring over top of this, and we want that whole reaction, that physical change where the water and the wax don't like each other, so that these things show up through your colors, okay?